Blessed be everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about magic and belief, and do you need to believe in magic in order for magic to work? Do you need to even believe that you can have what it is you're doing the magic for, or experience what you're wanting to experience by doing a spell? Is it even necessary in order for the magic to work? We're going to talk about that. But before we do, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca, witchcraft, magic, tarot, and shadow work, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, but you're just confused by everything out there, I have a free video. It's called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. It will let you know all of the things that you need to know when you're first starting out, and how you can pace yourself along the way to learning and practicing all of those things. There's a link in the description field below this video. So you've probably heard people say that you just need to believe in the magic in order for it to work, or even in the law of attraction communities, that you just have to believe and that will make it happen. And if you don't believe, if you have any self-doubt, or if there's any thoughts that are stopping you in some way for really believing that it's possible for you to have the results you're looking for, then you're going to sabotage your magic and it's not going to work. And that's sort of a bit of a misinterpretation, because yes, we do talk about belief in magic, and we do talk about feeling into the result of your magic as if it's already happened when you're doing the magic. But that's different to believing. Belief is something that comes from thought. It's something that comes from repetitive thought. Thoughts that you believe that keep repeating become beliefs over time. When we're talking about feeling as if you already have the result of your magic, it's a feeling thing. It's in the moment that you're feeling it, in the moment that you're doing the spell, or in the moment that you're doing the visualization for your spell, you are creating changes in your energy system. You're creating change in your subconscious mind. So if you imagine yourself in a situation that you want to be in, or you see, say you're doing magic for some money and you're imagining that $5,000 has just appeared in your bank account. If you see that $5,000 being deposited into your bank account, that's going to leave you with a feeling, and it's going to impress the subconscious mind, regardless of whether you believe that $5,000 could possibly ever get into your bank account, or even knowing where that $5,000 is going to come from. If you keep repeating that visualization, if you keep repeating the magic, if you keep being in that sense of the wish fulfilled, and whenever you think of your spell, imagine that money in the bank, what that looks like, or imagine yourself doing whatever it is that you do if you had the end result of your spell, you're going to keep impressing your subconscious mind with that. And without you even knowing, you're going to start to change your behavior. You're going to start to get creative ideas. You're going to start to see opportunities. Your reticular activating system is going to see things related to what it is you're bringing in through your magic. Your subconscious mind basically is going to get switched on to that activity that you've done in the spell, and thereafter whenever you think of your spell again. You don't have to believe it's going to happen. You've already set the ball rolling by actually doing the magic in the first place, and by doing the feeling as if you've already had it, seeing what it is that you want as if it's already completed, and putting your attention and intention into those things. Focus on the end result. Even if it feels like it's not possible, even if it feels like, magic's a load of crap, and you're just doing it because you'd like to do an experiment in magic and see if it works. If you're doing it properly, and you really are visualizing the result and experiencing that in your subconscious as if it's already happened, as if it is real, things start to happen. The magic starts to happen. The belief in the magic isn't actually necessary. I've had many cases where I've done magic for something, not really believing that it would work, or not knowing how it was going to work, or if it even had a chance of working, and it did. And so it was a bit of a surprise, because it proved to me that magic is something that is real. It's how you apply yourself when you're actually doing the spell, and how you apply yourself once you've finished your magic. When you've done the spell, you're not really done, because there's going to be times when reality is going to show you that the results haven't come through yet. There's going to be times when you think back to the spell. There's going to be times when you're thinking of what it is that you want that you haven't got yet. Whether you're told to not think it, you're still going to think it. And when you are in those moments, when you are thinking about the spell, or you remember that it hasn't happened yet, you put yourself back into your imagination as if it has already happened. And then you're training your subconscious mind to look for the ways in which that can be made to happen. And the magic can start to work that way. Magic's very linked to the subconscious mind. It's very linked to our connection to what is beyond our normal perception. It's very much from the subconscious. And when we get urges, or creative urges, or ideas, or we feel into an opportunity, or we start to notice opportunities that we didn't notice before, it's because the subconscious mind is switched on to these things. It's starting to get the information coming in from the universe. So magic in many ways is like a communication between us and the universe, communicating with each other and taking note of the opportunities that are probably already there that you hadn't even noticed before, or new opportunities that are coming your way because you're bringing your attention to them beyond your everyday reality, beyond your everyday conscious thinking. You're expanding your awareness into the universe, and the magic is starting to connect with you, and it starts to bring in the results that way. So no, you don't need to believe in magic. You don't need to know that you're definitely going to get the result. That is okay. As long as you're doing the work, as long as you're taking the opportunities, as long as you start to become the person or the type of person that has the result that you're wanting in your magic, the magic will come and it will happen. What blocks the magic are beliefs that it's not possible for you, and then you, out of those beliefs, start to sabotage your behavior, or you start to sabotage what you need to do in order for the magic to be able to come through. Magic can only work in our material universe, so it needs to flow in very earthly ways. So that means that you have to put in an effort in some way for the results to come. So sometimes that means that you've got to do things that you might not want to do, that you have to take opportunities that you might never have taken before. You might have to do things that scare you, that challenge you in order to get the result that you want, because that's the only way the magic's really going to be able to bring it to you, because that's the way it flows in this 3D reality. So a spell can bring you challenges. It can bring you opportunities that scare you. It can bring your attention to things you need to do in order for the magic to manifest that you might not want to do. It can bring your attention to obstacles that might have been in your way that you hadn't noticed before, and then you notice them and you see that they're obstacles. And so you have to figure out then how to get rid of those obstacles, or do some magic to remove those obstacles. Spells work in all sorts of different ways. It's not like it is in the movies where you click your fingers, wiggle your nose, say an incantation and something happens. There's usually other things that go on first, and we have to really come to terms with that. Sometimes miraculous things do just seem to come left of field and land on the doorstep, It certainly happens, but most of the time magic comes in very mundane, boring ways. And often it involves some obstacles that you have to overcome in order to really achieve what it is that you're wanting to achieve, depending on what the magic is doing and what the magic is for. So magic and you becoming the person who has and does the things that you're doing the magic for, they have to line up. An example is, if you're in business and you want to, say you have a healing business, and so you enjoy healing, you love doing all of that hands-on healing. But when it comes to putting yourself out there and marketing yourself, you just don't want to do it, or you don't know how to do it, or it scares you to do it. So you do a spell to perhaps bring in some clients into your business, and the spell doesn't work quite that well. It might start to bring in 1 or 2 clients, but it's just not working and bringing you the 10 clients that you want in a week, for example. The magic might draw your attention to the fact that in order to bring in those 10 clients, you might need to do some kind of marketing, at least at first, until word of mouth gets out there. You might need to do something else and challenge yourself in some way to put yourself out there so that people know that you're there to be able to do the healing. So there can be challenges along the way to the things that we want, and magic can be blocked by the fact that we're not meeting those challenges, that we're not making the changes we need to make within ourselves to have what it is that we want. We're not becoming the person we need to be, or that version of ourselves that we need to be in order to have what it is that we want. And so that's how magic can appear sometimes not to be working. But as soon as you do the marketing, or you release the blockage which has become an obstacle in some way, it might be a psychological obstacle that you've created, as soon as you release that, as soon as you change that behavior, all of a sudden the magic starts to just flood in, and you start to get really big results, because it's just there waiting for you to change something, some small thing within yourself, most likely, or how you're doing something in order for it to work. So you don't have to believe in magic for it to work. You don't have to believe in your ability to have what it is that you want. You just have to keep practicing the belief that it's already happened, so that you start to become the person who has it, and you start to train your subconscious mind to do the things that you need to do in order to have what it is that you want. And that's a really powerful way of working with magic. So I hope that makes sense. If you want to learn Wicca and witchcraft with me, I have a course called the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. In that course, I do teach you magic, I teach you energy work. We do a little bit of self-reflection so that you can look at those parts of yourself that might be holding you back. So a little bit of shadow work there, as well as connecting to the god and goddess, connecting to the energies of the Sabbats and the solar cycles, as well as the moon and lunar cycles as well. The course is really to get you practicing on a daily basis, to get you connecting to yourself and connecting to spirit, becoming more connected and in relationship with the god and goddess, as well as connecting with nature and the elements as well. It's not just giving you information, it's getting you down, doing the things you need to do to be able to make those connections. That's what that course is about. So if you want to connect to your witchcraft practice, have it as a spiritual path that helps get you feeling back to who you are again, and feeling like you really are here for a reason, that you have a reason for being here, whatever that might be, then Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, there's a link in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com. Blessed be.